So our mug shots should be pretty simple. Looks like it's just a double-sided internally lighted sign to hang from buildings. Looks like similar to what we have seen around some of the other commercial buildings. You got another location?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought Ken Stevenson was nice about the mural. Did you read that in the paper?
No, I didn't.
It was nice. They interviewed him about what he felt, how he felt about those not, being taken away. And he said, we sometimes things, it's not permanent, things change.
Yeah.
And improving the community. So it was really nice what all he said.
Well, good.
Yeah, I was wondering what he thought about it, but
Was he involved in those murals?
he and I think a crew or,
Students, wasn't it? Students from UNA?
yeah, I think so.
So, we are all good with the proposed changes.
Mhm.
Next one, we're gonna look at 443 Northwood. And I've got the information right here. I'm gonna go over it and then pass it around here. Replace rotted siding with closest possible match. Repair front porch roof to remove built-up layers and match original roof as closely as possible. This looks like a repair and replace with the same
Same
materials.
material.
So I don't think that I don't see any issue going through this. They've got some excellent photos of the exterior, photos of some of the damage.
Where is that?
I was gonna say,
443 Northwood.
Is that where
what
Mr.
Watson.
Smith, is that his name? No, Tom White used to live?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going to show.
Oh, you
pass
want
this
to
over
pass
to
it,
you.
okay.
So he's got a lot of historical documentation in there as well as some historical photographs. Should be pretty simple.
Hey, I think this house was for sale kind of when we were, right after we bought ours or something.
I think it was Tom White's house, and he was on the board for
no.
years.
No.
Oh, yeah?
I believe, if I can. Maybe not, maybe next door, or something, or maybe it's across the street.
Yeah, that is.
Maybe that's one the hospital director used to live in.
Is that the same one as the Ailes? Do you remember them? Donna and Dan Ailes.
No.
Nice
Yeah,
documentation, yeah.
They have more documentation than somebody that's adding
I know.
on, building a new house.
$1 million job.
Okay.
What do y'all think? Pretty straightforward?
Yeah, very
Acceptable to me.
straightforward.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, next one. You want to introduce the project, Rod? I've got images here.
This is request to add a guest quarters adjacent to a house on Riverview Drive. Is that right, Riverview? And the house is on 3 lots, so we are extending over to the left, to the west side, to add a guest quarters and 1 garage to the property, and then a 2-car carport in the rear of the property. And we've tried to assimilate the gable roof style. The original house is a Dutch colonial, revived, Dutch colonial.
Is this Brandeis' house?
Yes, absolutely. Come to think of it, Brandeis is a very good interior designer here in town, and And so we've got dormers up top to duplicate to some degree what's on the other original house. We have the gambrel roof facing towards the other house, so the two are sort of aligned as opposed to turn 90 degrees. We looked at that possibility too. And then there is a carport right back in here, nested back in the back, so then they can pull their cars in and use this driveway to back up and leave. And then there'll be a connecting covered walkway from this house to her house. So that'll make it easier for her aging in-laws. It's actually Sean's Short's mother and dad to get into their house if they want to have breakfast or something. And the materials will be exactly the same. And so it's,
How are you?
hey, it should be.
Yeah,
All right.
just an addition of the same.
Exactly, yeah. And we tried to make it a little smaller. Hey.
So I'm gonna go through some of the other images that are here.
Oh, sure.
So here's the site plan layout.
Original house, carport, two-car carport, there's the guest house, and this is an existing garage in the back, which it used to be a garage, now a storage building. And you can, I don't know if you can faintly see the three lots, so. And it all sits within the setbacks that are designated for the three lots.
Okay.
I think it's actually platted as one lot now.
And that's roughly on the same plane. The setback for the new construction is roughly on the same
It looks
plane.
like it's a little bit forward, but.
It's not like we're out
But
on the
it,
road.
the
No,
lot
no,
does
it's-
slant back, so I can see where you had to move
Yeah,
that up.
yeah, there's the setback line right there.
Uh-huh.
And so, well, here's what was happening. We have a big Magnolia Solangiana right there. It's about 30 or 40 years old.
Mhm.
And so we're trying to save that tree, and so we pushed this as far as we could back to hit the setback here, and then allow that tree to exist, to stay right there in that little island.
Okay.
So that's kind of.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
established.
And she was concerned about losing a lot of backyards.
Sure.
But yes, it is behind the setback. The setback is fairly large, and then her house is behind the setback even more,
Mhm.
so.
Well, I really don't. Okay, so there's the rain view.
They're almost associated.
Oh, that's all right.
See, there's all that established landscaping too, it'll probably just come.
Yeah, there's a big tree we're trying to save
Yeah.
right there.
Okay.
I hope we can. Sometimes when I try to do that.
Oh, I know, we've done that before, moved a house and then it died anyway.
Yeah, correct. House was built in 1934.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, and materials for the new construction?
Horizontal siding, wood trim, and shingles to match. So we will match all the exterior materials that are currently placed. And we have a stone belt course at the bottom, which will match the stone on the facade of the entry
I'll have a look.
there, because they wanted to get a little stone on there. And double hung windows with the same kind of grid patterns that they have on the house now.
Basically trying to not replicate
But-
exactly, but mimic and
Mhm.
add to keep the integrity of that
And the
stretch of the
Will
neighborhood.
the windows
Intact.
be, sorry, Brian, would the windows be wood or vinyl?
They'll probably be vinyl. But, I hate to recommend wood windows for anybody these
I
days.
know, these days.
There could be Marvin, which would be a wood window with a clad vinyl finish, but
Yeah, they'll
what
look,
the price
they'll
is
just
to
look
see.
painted from the street,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. But they'll be operable, so they'll have the same kind of depth,
Yeah.
sections of room.
Yeah.
So speaking of it from an NR standpoint, if the nomination were to be redone, this would be counted as a non-contributing structure, but it would only be the new build. The original building is maintaining its integrity
Mhm.
with regard to the district. And I don't think that it's too much of an incursion into the district to change its status, I guess, as far as the NR folks are concerned. So I don't think we have too much of an issue there. What do y'all think?
I agree.
I don't see how it would change the status. I mean, as long as the home is the one that's
It's not
supporting
being
the
changed at all.
historic
Mhm.
integrity of that property.
Theoretically, I just want to throw this in there for conversation status. If we are seeing an influx of these homes in any district and their style clashes, their form clashes with what's existing, I would say that that would jeopardize the entire status of the district. Does that make sense? But what we're doing is, if we're adding new buildings, we're trying to keep the integrity of the existing neighborhood by building in forms and styles that have similar bays openings, similar setbacks, and similar features. So that's what I would say.
And especially being on another lot, I mean, you know, that's separates it. It's not like you're trying to hook it to the,
Right.
you know. I mean, I know it's got a walkway, but it's still not attached to the house.
So how many parking spaces do they have there total?
Oh, maybe one or two. So,
Like, after you do this?
oh, they'll have
3.
2 in the garage and 1 in this building right here, which you see the door for it. So it's enclosed. The other 2 are in a carport way back in the back. And then we're proposing to maybe do some guest parking in the front, but those would not be occupied for any length of time.
Until our kids are teenagers and they have their cars. And then they'll be parking there.
Yeah.
We have that problem on Walnut Street.
Right,
Rows of cars, like 7 cars in a row.
right.
Mm.
So there's enough parking for the residents there?
Yes. Well, the Brandeis's have 2 cars, and, I'm not the Brandeis's, the Shorts, and then, Sean's parents have 1 car, which that's all they use, they probably won't go, and it's in a garage,
Okay.
because they want to be able to get in and out. They're elderly and obviously want, a kind of handicapped facility, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Live-in-place kind of facility that has bigger bathroom areas and that sort of thing.
So this is more like an in-laws quarters type thing
Yes.
rather than a guest house?
That's correct. Yeah, they're building it, they're selling a house on the lake, and they're going to use that money to build this structure for their permanent residents.
Okay.
So it's really like, it's extended family, it's really.
Right. But because it's on 3 lots, I think that's fine.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty of room.
If we were doing multiple families on 1 lot, I think that would be a different story.
Yeah, I agree.
Roof line is
The
same.
same height, yeah.
Well, actually, the roof line on the guest quarters or the in-law suite is a little smaller because the building is less wide, so as you narrow in the width of the walls, the roof tends to go down a little bit. So it's, you can see it's, you look at the end here and the end here, this one's a little smaller,
Well, that's.
which I think
yeah,
is what we wanted.
appropriate, yeah.
Still the same slope. Slopes.
Yeah, as far as I can measure and tell.
Okay.
And there'll be an upstairs, but it's just basically space.
Shelley, any questions?
Mine always, elementary, the commission can't impact setback lines. I mean, we can't. You still have to go through Board of Zoning Adjustment.
Yes,
Okay.
but our regulations stipulate that new construction
Must
When-
follow
should follow the existing setback line.
Okay, that's why I was asking.
Yeah,
Same thing with concentration on the lot.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
That's one way I trying to figure out our powers. I got hung up on that after Mag wanted
Well, I was gonna say, that's your background, you know, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that helps to, that sort of helps to keep the neighborhood intact in a way.
No, I just didn't know if we had that ability, you know, but I'm glad we don't.
Okay. Jen, Deborah, what do y'all think?
Oh, good.
We're gonna leave it up
It's
to
okay.
you three. Rod is
Oh,
Abstain.
that's
Abstaining.
abstaining. No, I think it looks all right.
okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with this.
Works for me. All right, that's all we got. So we've got 3 approvals and, who's gonna introduce to the committee on Tuesday?
I'll be in class.
Will you be in class?
I'll be there.
I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Or you?
No, that's fine.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the other two with you. I seem to know a lot of people, but I just wanna make sure.
Yeah, this is,
Get in touch.
one is a replace with like materials, siding, with like siding, roofing.
Okay.
It's done an excellent job of documenting.
And I don't want y'all to redo the hearing. I can
No, it's,
go through. Okay, I know that. Goodness, there's people that wanna do
Mhm. That's what I have to
Is
do.
that, where is that house exactly? Because I thought it was Tom White's old house, but it may not be.
Isn't it in the block like Seminary and then, or Hermitage and
it.
then
This is,
it's like 2 or 3 houses over
That's
from
a
that,
sign.
from that newer house that's built in the
yeah.
80s or something, you know, the brick
I
ones in
saw
that
it.
corner.
I don't know. I thought it might be on down further past that church.
Yeah, they're using the same sign they use on all of them.
Wood Avenue Church Christ,
Yeah.
that church?
that's what it looks like.
I don't think it's.
No,
that.
down
Is that-
further,
you
like,
know where that is? Okay. All right.
you know where
Oh,
the,
for-
where
You guys
the,
got
where the
that?
pink
It's-
Victorian is?
Where
Bring
The pink
Building,
Victorian,
mugshots,
you
not.
know where that is?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's our block, that's
Yeah.
700.
So is it, oh, okay, so it's.
We're the 700.
Oh, we're gonna
Okay.
get
So
a
it's,
steakhouse
it's
there.
closer to jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, it's
What
I like
was
mugshots.
the house
I think they're
number on
about-
that?
443, so it's way up,
Yeah, we're in the block with the First Christian Church.
I'm in 424, so I'm in that same sort of block, but one street over. It's- They do them that way. So I think it's Tom White's old house, but I guess it doesn't matter, I just wonder.
Well, it's 400, so that's 400, always going Court Street. If you go down Court Street, that's 400
It's
cross.
it's on, if you're going up Northwood, it's on the left.
Yeah.
And it's the second to last house before you get to Hermitage.
Yeah, it's
We
Tom
did
White's
that.
old house.
That's Tom
Hermitage.
White's house.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah,
on-
yeah, that's what I
on-
thought. Okay.
On the alley.
Yeah.
All right, we all set?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
See you all
Next Tuesday.
next Tuesday.
Okay.
Already delayed.